Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. ये lecture number, this is lecture number 14 and chapter number 2, fundamentals of operating system, as we already done in the class, real-time class and the virtual classes as well. So this lecture is actually the reinforcement, the revision of the whole chapter, right? As it is a revision class, so I want all the proper positive feedback from you all. We are all the participants here should be involved through chat, and I'll unmute your mic and give your answers. It's a discussion lecture, right? A reinforcement plus discussion. Any confusion, any problem related to this chapter, we will discuss today, right? Okay, this is chapter number 2, fundamentals of operating system, and it's almost complete. Today will be the last assignment of this chapter. Now the revision of operating system, definition, functions, types, interfaces, definition types, and Windows installation. The whole chapter depends on these topics, and we'll discuss this today in a short span of time. Now, first of all, what is the operating system? As I explained it in the class, that operating system works as a host of a computer, right? When we enter, when we start our computer, when we log in, the first screen you see on your computer is your desktop, and that is a Windows desktop, right? And you know that interface, which interface it is? Which type of interface is this? Yes, beta, which type of interface is this? Hurry up. When you see your screen, desktop appears. Which type of interface is this? Right? I want the feedback. Yes, very good, Toki. This is GUI interface. Okay, so operating system work as a host. It works as a host of a computer. When we start our computer, we are having the desktop on our screen, and that is graphical user. Why graphical? Because it includes the icons, different icons, different graphics, which indicates different functions, right? So operating system works as a host. It controls all the input output devices. It controls the complete system, right? It controls complete system. This is the function of operating system. User 123, it communicate through the software and the hardware, the CPU, RAM, input output devices, everything is controlled by a computer, an operating system, right? Functions of operating system. Booting. What is the booting? Hurry up. What is booting? Ibtisam, what is booting? Ibtisam and Abiha, what is booting? Okay. Okay, starting up of computer and getting the all the hardware devices and the softwares ready to use, right? The function of operating system is booting, memory management, loading and execution, data security, disk management, process management, device controlling, providing interface, file management. Each and every task related to computer is controlled by the operating system. Means operating system is the whole sole controlling power of a computer, right? These are all the functions which are given different names. Actually, these are 8 functions given different names in every in different aspects, right? But actually, the working is same. That it controls the overall computer system, the hardware system, the computer file system, management system, input-output devices. Everything is controlled by the operating system. And I told you that resource allocation, resources are the things which we are using to use the computer, right? So all the things are controlled by the operating system. Now the types of operating system. How many types of operating system are there? Single user and multi-user operating system. I discussed in the class also. Batch processing operating system, time sharing, and real-time processing. These are the 4 definition, and I want the answer from Shayan. First one. What is the single user and multi-user operating system? Only Shayan. Quick answer. Abiha, what is the single user and multi-user operating system? Yes. And multi-user? Yes, Nawal. Good. And Abiha? Yes. Multi-user means two or more than two person can connect to a single server. What uh, what are the devices called of used by that users? Which devices are used by the user in multi-user environment? Which devices? Yes, Ibtisam. And what does it call? It is called terminal or workstation, right? Cheyenne, Linux is the operating system, but the users connected to each other uses their terminals and terminals or workstations, right? So, and the examples of multi-user operating system is Linux, Unix, right? So, single user in single user environment, single user can operate the computer on a single computer, and multi-user means the many users can connect through a server, and these users are connected through the workstations or terminals. Now, the second one is batch processing operating system, and batch processing will define it. Abdullah, batch processing. I will repeat it again, but I want the answer from you people first. Batch processing means what is the purpose of batch processing operating system? Yes, Nawal, you are good. The different jobs are assigned to the operators, right? Now, time sharing. What is the time sharing? Talkie, time sharing. And Shayan, real time. Good feedback from you people. I'm happy to see that you understand it well. Now, again, we will repeat it. Now, this is the single user and multi-user environment. As we already discussed, that this is the mainframe computer. Mainframe computer and different terminals and workstations are connected through this terminal number 1, 2, 3, and 4, and there is a single user, single server. Sorry, single server. And this is the single user environment. Single user operating system have no facilities to distinguish users but may allow multiple programs to run in tandem. Multiple tasks could be performed, but multiple users could not be connected, right? A multi-user operating system extends the basic concept of multitasking with facilities that identify processes and resources such as disk space belongings to multiple user. As you know that disk space it belongs to multiple user because multiple user are working here through the one server, and the system permits multiple users to interact with the system at the same time, like the terminal number 3 could interact with terminal number 1, and at the same time terminal number 2 can connect with the terminal number 4, right? But in single user environment we cannot do this. Now, batch processing. Batch processing operating system. Some computers processes are very lengthy and time consuming. To speed the same process, a job with the similar type of needs. I gave you the example of print jobs, right? The similar type of job. Similar type of needs are batched together and run as a group. The user of a batch operating system never directly interacts with the computer. In this type of operating system, every user prepares his or her job on an offline device like a punch card and submit it to the computer operator. As you see the diagram here, these are the different jobs given by different user and goes to the operator. The operator then send it to badges and different badges and gives to the computer, right? And you can see the definition here, a job with a similar type of needs, right? A job with a similar type of needs are batched together. Batch means group, right? Group together and run as a group. So this is the diagram of batch processing operating system that user gives their job to the operator and then it will be proceeded. Now next is the time sharing. Time sharing operating system enables people located at a different terminal. Terminal, as I explained, that what is the terminal? To use a single computer system at the same time. Again, it's a multi-user environment, right? The processor time CPU which is shared among multiple users is termed as time sharing. Like user number 5 is active and it's an active user and this is ready to be active, right? After user number 5, user number 6 is ready in a ready mode and this is in active mode, right? Now, real-time operating system is a time-bound operating system. I explained you already that a real-time operating system, time intervals to process and respond the input is very small. Like I gave you the example of military software system as well, missile launching and also satellite space software like satellite launching. And it is a time-bound operating system and it is subdivided into hard real time and soft real time. A hard real time system guarantees that critical tasks complete on time. Even the shortest delay or urgency is not acceptable. I gave you the example of satellite launching in the class that it works with the counting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and at the zero position it should be yes, it's the same. Yes. And task should be performed on time. No shortest delay is acceptable. Soft real-time system. In this system, constraint is less strict, like time should be delayed or done prior the given time, right? A critical real-time task gets priority over other tasks until it completes. It is the real-time operating system is a priority based. Priority means the first priority should be given to the hard real-time system, and in the if the task is less complicated in priority, it goes to the soft real-time system. Interfaces. Now the interfaces. There are two types of interfaces. What is it? There are two types of interfaces. Abdullah. Yes, Ibtisam, number one. And Abdullah, what is the second one? Abdullah, you are present but not giving the answer. Abdullah, the second interface. First is the GUI. Uh, Ibtisam, don't give the answer to everyone. The first one is graphical user interface and the second one is command line interface. Command line interface and graphical user interface. Now this is the environment of command line interface, like the prompt is there and you have to type the command here to perform any function. A command line interface, that is CLI, processes commands to a computer program in the form of lines or text. The program which handles the interface is called a command line. That a prompt, like a prompt is given here, a prompt and b prompt is given for which drive? What is the difference between C prompt, A and B prompt? What is the difference between C prompt and A and B prompt? Hurry up. Yes. What is the difference between A prompt, B prompt, and C prompt? Okay, you may forget. Yes, very good, Takir. A prompt and B prompt for floppy disk and C prompt for hard disk. Good. So if the C prompt appears on your screen, command line screen, it means you are working on the hard drive. And if the A prompt and B prompt appears on the screen, it means you are working on floppy disk. So you have to write the commands on that prompts like C prompt, A and B prompt, and you have to learn that commands, right? This is the command line interface. Now the graphical user interface is a form of user interface that allows user to interact with electronic devices through graphical icons and audio indicator, right? It gives you the options in graphics, right? It gives you in the options in graphics, and you have to move the mouse pointer there to, and just it operates on a clicking of a mouse button, right? The functions performed by clicking. It is easy to use. It is easy to use by the user, but what is the advantages and disadvantage of command line and graphical user? Quickly, what is the disadvantage of graphical user? Only Tokir will answer. Where is Abdullah? Where is Abiha? Nawal? Yes, graphical user uses more memory, command line use less memory, right? What is the disadvantage of command line? What is the disadvantage of command line? Yes, okay, we need to remember the commands. We need to learn that commands before doing, right? Okay, so these are the interfaces. Now we'll move toward the installation. As we discussed in the previous lecture, that these are the need of require or the requirement of hardware for your computer for the installation. Yes, if there is any spelling mistake, it will not respond. Very good. 1 gigahertz processor, 1 gigabyte. Keep in mind these things. It could be there in your test also, right? 1 gigahertz processor, 1 gigabyte GB RAM for 32-bit version, 2 GB RAM for 64-bit version. Storage कितनी होनी चाहिए? 16 GB for 32-bit and 20 GB for 64-bit, and other also sound cards, video cards, graphic cards, and the resolution of your display 800 by 600. It's must, right? It should be there in your system for the installation, for Windows installation. I made a short review of these installation. First, you need to go to the power button, start button, then click on power, then restart your computer and press del button, right? First, second, third, and fourth. After pressing the del button, which screen appears? Hurry up, hurry up. Yes, very good. Any other? Talkie, very good. Any other? After pressing the del button, which del key, which screen appear? Where will we go? Start, power, restart, del. What would be the next step? You will go. to BIOS, basic input output system, basic input output system, and then you can see the options where you have to select that whether the installation is processed through CD or DVD or USB or hard disk or floppy disk or networking. You need to choose one option from here, then F10 for saving, and then the installation starts. Installation starts. After that, you need to write down the languages to install, the currency and time, and the keyboard input method, and then the processes by next. The most active student today is Tokir and Nawal. Very good, beta. Keep it up. Windows installation start. You need to go to the next screen, and here you have to write the product key. Why product key? Because there is a license for every software, so you need to write the product key. There is a key for installation. If you are not giving the key, it will not install. If a license program is there, you must write the key here, right? And then install now. After installing now option, you have to click on the terms and condition by Microsoft. Yes, yes. And now, yes, Ibtisam, if it is not licensed, it means the CD you are using is just, included in the software piracy, right? Now the term here is upgrade and custom. Which type of installation you want to do? There are two options, that is upgrade and custom. What is the difference between these two? What is the difference between upgrade and custom? Yes, yes, Tokir. Yes, Ibtisam. Upgrade, Nawal, it doesn't mean to save all data. It upgrade your operating system, but with saving your previous data. Like if your computer already have an operating system, it will upgrade your software, right? And if the custom is there, means the formatting would be done on the whole hard disk, and there would be partition on the disk, right? There would be partition on the disk. All the data which are stored in your computer will be lost, and you have to keep the backup before installation. You have to keep the backup of your all data before installation if you are going to for the custom installation. But if you are going for upgrade installation, it means the previous data will be saved, right? Now installing Windows, after the processing is done and this process is done, the installation of Windows start, copying Windows files, getting files ready for installation. It's a percentage given here, 1 till 100%. Installing features, installing updates, and finishing up, right? So this is how we install a an operating system in your computer. Now we have to follow the on-screen setup instructions. Once Windows 10 has been installed, on your computer, you will be able to customize its setting like your region, your preferred language, location, setting, etc. Once the operating system is installed, now you can do the changes in your settings. You can give your picture as well. You can give your password to start up the computer. You can give your name, everything, time and date. You can set the time and date as well. Once you finish this process, you will be taken to your computer's desktop. You can also click Express Setting to set up Windows 10 with the recommended settings. There are some recommended settings also, and some settings you can do by yourself. Now, is the chapter clear to you all? I hope so, and I can see the feedback from you people is good, and I think most of you understand it very well. Okay. Now, from the next week, we'll start our test. As usual, every week there must be a test. And today I gave you the test of question number 1 till 3 for learning. And keep in mind, I tell you, I already talked to you about this, that I will give the options that from lecture as well. It is not necessary that everything included in the book or copy will be included in your test. I can give the question or short definition or any blank from the lecture as well. Ibtisam, this is question number 1 till 3 of chapter Fundamentals of Operating System. I will update it in the Google Classroom as well. Nawal, it's chapter number 2, that is Fundamentals of Operating System. Yes, class test next week, Minhal. Any other question, beta? Next week, you will have the test of Fundamentals of Computer, question number 1 till 9. All of you have the copies. I don't have any copy. Learn it properly and focus on the lecture as well, beta. Yes, Abiha, chapter number 1 is all about the generations, the classification of computer and different devices, introduction of computer is same, but the chapter name is changed. That is Fundamentals of Computer of new book. In new book, chapter number 1 is Fundamentals of Computer, and it's almost same like the previous book of chapter 1. Okay, any other question? Okay, beta. See you next week, inshallah. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.